Valerie addressed the crowd in the ballroom of a local Holiday Inn hotel, gathered to celebrate her and Jacob's 25 years together. I want to thank everyone who came out tonight to help Jacob and I celebrate the end of our 25-year marriage. No marriage is without hardships, frustrations, financial problems, and generally all kinds of crap. Jacob and I made it through it all together without killing each other. In the process, we've produced two fine young men who will hopefully make the world a better place. All applaud. While I wouldn't trade the last 25 years for anything, my next 25 years will be very different. During this celebration, the movers are moving my belongings from what will now just be Jacob's house to my new home. The crowd began to murmur, and Jacob exchanged, "What's going on?" looks with his daughters. Tonight, I start a new life, one that will hopefully last 25 years, with just as many good memories. Those previous good memories of my 25 years with Jacob took a lot of energy, sweat, cooperation, and sacrifice. I don't regret it for a moment. I want to thank my husband for his part in making all those years so precious. It took her a while to gather her thoughts, then she continued. Well, now I'm going to be selfish when I'm older, but I'm going to keep my health. I doubt many of you will approve of what I'm doing, especially Jacob and the girls, but from now on, I'm doing what I want. I am willing to do what I want, and not worry about how any of my decisions might affect my husband, my family, or my friends. If any of you don't like it, you don't have to do it. I don't really care anymore. Thank you to those we have been friends and neighbors with over the years. Fuck you to all those who have been a pain in the ass. No need to prolong this any longer. I'm out of here. Valerie walked over to Jacob and handed him the envelope. She had tears in her eyes, but she turned without saying anything to him. Then she headed for the door and the crowd parted, giving her a way out. The muttering got really loud. The girls walked up to their father and asked, "What the hell is going on, Daddy? Is Mom serious? Is this some kind of prank?" You know as much as I do. I'm just as stunned. Let's see what's in the envelope. He ripped it open. The heading, "Petition for Divorce," stood out. He quickly read the contents. She's divorcing me. She's already taken half of the current and savings account and will sell me her half of the equity in the house, or we'll call it selling the house. Are you sure that's real, Dad? As real as my broken heart. Dad, you can't let her do this. Go after her and make her come back. I suspect she's already been captured. You mean she has another man? Probably. What are you going to do about it? Probably sign the papers and get drunk. I don't want a wife who doesn't want me. Dad, let us talk to her. Maybe we can bring her to her senses. By this time, the crowd had dispersed. Jacob and the girls cleaned up the mess, stopping occasionally to cry. A few days later, the girls came back with a report. Mom has gone batshit crazy. She's dating a guy only 2 years older than Melody. It's disgusting. She was hugging and kissing him the whole time she was talking to us. It was worse than a fucking teenage kissing party. She says she's tired. She's bored with her life with you after we left home. She didn't say empty nest syndrome, but we suspect it. When she looked into the future, she said she can't stand the thought of 25 or more years of the same old crap. She wants to have some fun. She says she's moving on with her life and advised you to do the same. I think I need to contact a lawyer and see what my options are. 2 days later, the lawyer informed him. You have 2 options. Be a cuckold or be one twice. You lose if you sue despite the supposed even split. So unless you find a woman who makes good money and is willing to move in with you immediately, my advice is to sign the papers, get it over with, and move on. Translation. At the final hearing, Jacob had to bring a check for half of the equity from the sale of the house and furniture. Valerie sat next to her boy toy. Val was dressed like she was 20 years younger. Her dyed hair made her look younger until you looked deeper to see the wrinkles on her neck that gave away her hidden age. As the girls had described earlier, she almost had sex with a boy right there while they waited. When she did speak to Jacob, she suggested, "Since we have two girls in common, there will be times when we are all together. After 25 years of marriage, we should at least be able to be friends." "No, Valerie, we're not going to be friends." "Why not?" "Because when we were married, I loved you. I loved you more than anything in the world, and now I don't even like you. We will never be friends. This is a warning. Be careful. You don't want to make me your enemy." Toy Boy interrupted with a smirk and a sarcastic comment. "I want to see the backup paperwork for all the expenses involved in selling the house. I don't believe he won't cheat you." Jacob's lawyer handed the documents to Buster. He reread them while Valerie nibbled on his ear and helped him read words that had more than one syllable in them. Jacob began to plan what he would do to both of them in retaliation. Prediction. A few weeks later that evening, Valerie and Buster were celebrating the final divorce decree at their home. In addition to alcohol, pot was involved. They were both pretty stoned and put up little resistance when someone wearing a gas mask burst into their apartment. Both soon passed out from the poisonous substance sprayed there. They awoke to find that they were naked, tied to chairs, sitting back to back and unable to see each other. Valerie was the first to recognize the kidnapper. "Jacob, what are you doing? Untie us now. You're in big trouble, asshole." "Let's see. I'm standing here and free to walk around while you and the boy are tied to uncomfortable chairs. I'd venture to say it's you two who are in trouble," Buster threatened. "Untie me, old man, or I'll kill you." Jacob laughed. "Shut up, kid. The adults want to talk. Valerie, you broke one of our wedding vows in which you renounced all the others. I thought I'd make sure you kept the other wedding vow till death do us part. You're not going to kill us. You're a good man. When our dog was run over, you cried for days and paid for the dog to be buried in the pet cemetery. You won't do anything to stop us from seeing our daughters and our future grandchildren. Now let us go, and I promise Buster and I won't turn you in. That man you described in such enthusiastic terms is dead from the moment you announced you were abandoning your family. That man you thanked would never do anything like what this man plans to do. Sorry, Valerie, but you didn't know me as well as you thought you did. Any other comments before I begin? What are you going to do? Look at the table. I have pruning shears, duct tape, a sharp knife, and a propane torch. Does that give you any idea what I'm about to do? No, let's talk about it. Maybe I rushed into a divorce. Buster is just a midlife crisis mistake. I realize that deep down I still really love you. We can make up and go back to where we were. You mean go back to being a cuckold and you're planning your escape from our marriage? I'm sorry. I'm not in the least bit interested. No. I mean when it was just you and me and the girls. Remember all the good times we had? You wouldn't kill the woman you loved, the mother of your children. I may not be able to kill you, but I have no problem torturing you. Yeah, and I have no qualms about killing Buster, the boy toy. Buster intervened. Hey, it's not my fault. She came after me. She even had to bribe me to have sex with her. Hell, I have to close my eyes to have her old body. I do it as fast as I can to get it over with. I'm just in it for the money. Dude, I promise I'll leave town and never bother you again. Promises made under duress don't mean much. Enough talk, it's time to get started. Jacob took the pruning shears and placed them around the big toe of the boy's left foot. Big toes are important for balance. At least that's what I've heard. Surely the opportunity to fuck my wife is worth the sacrifice. No, please don't. I'll do anything. All I want is for you to bleed to death. Buster soon screamed and then suddenly stopped. He was unconscious. Valerie sobbed and begged Jacob to stop. Finally, Valerie heard the sound of the secateurs going through the bone with a crunch. Jacob put the pruning shears aside and fetched a propane torch. Putting on his welding gloves, Jacob turned on the torch. There was a distinct odor of burning flesh. He had to cauterize his wound. Buster couldn't be heard. Is he dead? Valerie asked. Number when he comes to, he'll be in a lot of pain, but he should come to soon. Do you want his toe as a souvenir? Jacob handed it to her. No, I don't want his toe. Now you've had your revenge, why don't you let us go? Oh, honey, I've just begun my revenge. I need to wake up Toy Boy for the next installment. Once Buster regained consciousness, he repeated his threat to kill Jacob. Good boy. I'm glad you still have your fighting spirit. Now I want you to listen to me having fun with your bitch. Valerie screamed. No, Jacob, give me a chance to make it up to you. I really do love you. Let me see. What part of your body made people believe you were mine? Oh yeah, your ring finger. Don't you already have our wedding ring? She shook her head. No. Jacob took her left fist and spread her fingers apart, separating her ring finger. He removed his wedding ring and it slid easily onto her pinky finger. Once her finger was in the cleaver, she relaxed, hoping Jacob would be faster in her case. Jacob stopped and opened the secateurs. Torturing Buster was much more fun. Again, Buster threatened, You bastard! You better kill me because otherwise I'll kill you. Oh, I'm so scared, Jacob scoffed. He leaned over and pulled Buster's buddy out with force. No, not him, please. Valerie tried to intervene. No, Jacob, not that. Leave his buddy alone. I'll give you all the money. I'll make it disappear. Just, please, leave his dignity alone. This song has country and western undertones. Take my money, but leave his dignity alone. Sounds beautiful. Too bad I know why you're so protective of his buddy, the friend who gave me the horns. Jacob, leave the boy alone. He told you the truth. I was the one who went after him. He had the tough body and the good buddy I thought I wanted. Don't take it out on him. Take it out on me. Now you have compassion for someone? Where was your compassion when you abandoned me and our daughters? I'll tell you where. You rode your lover cowboy style, that asshole. Jacob pulled Buster's dignity out as far as he could. Listen to her, boy. Please don't. Please, I'm begging you. You sick puppy. Do you know what they do to neuter dogs? Jacob reached for a sharp knife and cut off a piece. There was blood splattered everywhere. Buster fainted. The cauterizer burner was used again with the accompanying odor. I'm sorry, Val. He'll never be a man again. Jacob, I hope you spend the rest of your life in prison being fucked in the ass by huge black men. You still don't get it, do you? My plan is to go to hell before you do. I'll be waiting there to punish you even more. Go ahead and kill me, you bastard. Dirty mouth. Mouth? That gives me an idea. Jacob forcefully opened Valerie's mouth, stuffed a cut piece of dignity into her mouth, and taped it shut. She was having trouble breathing. Breathe through your nose. I know it's hard given your allergies, but it's a matter of life and death. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave now. Valerie found it so hard to breathe that she had to swallow it. Shortly afterward, she passed out from lack of oxygen and intense fear. When she awoke, she was free, but Buster's body had been removed. There was a foul taste in her mouth. She remembered why, and she vomited. Epilogue. Senor, why don't you want a good girl to be a good wife? You get plenty of pussy, and her family takes care of your house, cooks for you, washes your clothes for you, and does the dishes and cuts the grass. I don't need someone for the house and yard. I can do that. I need something to do. I want her unaccompanied by her whole family. She said something in Spanish that no one north of hell could translate. He took his daily dose of gringo with a few buddies who were also living the good life on a benefit plan called Costa Rica. Hey, Jack. Yesterday after you left, a pretty woman asked about you. Dude, I can't believe you let her leave. We told her you'd be back today. Oh, shit. The man looked over his head. He knew she was behind him. Hey, Jacob. This is a nicer version of hell than I think you deserve. Can we talk? Valerie stood behind him, looking sexier than he remembered. Of course, but I want to stay in front of my friends in case you try to kill me. Are they going to stop me or help me? All the men said, "We'll join you." "Thanks, guys." They went to a table at the far end of the restaurant. Both ordered coffee. At his suggestion, Valerie ordered coffee with milk. "Does café con leche mean coffee with poison?" "Not yet. It depends on how long you intend to stay here." "I don't know. How long do you plan to stay, Jacob?" "I plan to die here. Now that you're here, it may happen sooner than originally planned." "Cut the crap, Jacob. We both still love each other, no matter what we do when we go crazy. After our 25 years, you can't help but have a little love left." "So your crazy period is over?" "I'm not sure about mine. It took me a while, some therapy. I never thought I'd like a man to have a smaller dignity." They both chuckled. "I find it hard to believe you're so forgiving after all this trouble." "What about what I did to Buster?" "I felt sorry for him, but I was annoyed that all the other women he slept with kept calling and asking where he was. I told them I didn't know, but I doubted they'd get another one from him. When I realized how badly I had let him treat me, I had little sympathy for him and much less respect for myself. I actually heard from him recently. He informed me that his toe and his dignity are perfectly fine." "You set it up. You cut him near where you were supposed to cut him off. He couldn't see anything because of the pain." "I laughed my ass off. Soon I decided I needed to see you. Yes, I don't want to know where you got the spare parts, the finger, and especially the dignity. It was hard for me to realize what I had done to you until you literally shoved it down my throat. Between that, talking to the girls, my therapist, and what I learned about Buster, I've decided that I've hurt you and our daughters a lot. I need to try to reconcile. I don't mean we need to get married again or anything like that. I just want to spend my last years with the man I like better than anyone else." "When does he arrive?" "Ha ha. He's already here, right next door. So are you going to show me your place?" "I'm surprised you didn't say our place." "I'm trying to take things one step at a time. I'm warning you, if you show me your bed, I don't know if I can control myself." "Are you always this friendly with men who try to kill you? Are you always this friendly with the women who figuratively killed you?" "I'm so sorry. I can't believe that with empty nest and midlife crisis, I turned 180 degrees on how I really felt about you. I came to the conclusion that I deserved everything, probably deserved something worse. Stop apologizing. Let's go see my house." They got a cab and drove to his house. Looking at the house, Valerie marveled. "Oh, Jacob, it's beautiful. How could you afford it?" "The house was expensive, but everything else is so much cheaper that I can make ends meet in retirement." "Let's go inside. I'm dying to see." Valerie got the tour and genuinely admired it. She stopped in the bedroom and looked at Jacob. "Not yet, Val. The old bad memories are too fresh. How about I set up in the spare bedroom?" "That depends. When would you like to move in?" "I'd prefer now, next week at the very least." "Can I invite the girls over?" Sure. They can stay at the hotel. By then we'll be using one bedroom. They can sleep in the spare. They can't afford a hotel." "You seem pretty confident, Valerie. I'm still in shock that you didn't hit me from behind when you had the opportunity at the restaurant. I feel like I have a good chance because I know what you like. I can do anything you like." Valerie dropped her dress to the floor. She wasn't wearing any underwear. Memories flooded back as Jacob looked over her body. He couldn't suppress an erection. "Damn you, Val. Did I tell you you still looked good enough? Did I tell you how much I wanted you to fuck me? Fuck the week-long wait." He and Valerie stayed in bed for the rest of the day, all night and half of the next day. She couldn't walk, and he wanted nothing more than to get up and pee. The next 25 years began.